Welcome back to Trucking with Velox 18. We are here in Fort Worth, Texas, and we're about to go over to Lineage Logistics in Fort Worth, Texas. And we're picking up a load going up to Michigan. We're getting the heck out of Texas, finally. Thought we'd be out of here on Thursday night, but instead we're leaving out on Sunday morning. So here goes nothing. We're all filled up and ready to go, and it's time to go and hit the road, man. Finally, we've been hanging out in Fort Worth for way too long, especially since the Cowboys already beat my Bengals this year. You know, it's not really a place I want to be, but hey, you know, it's all right. It's all right. We did what we had to do to get a load, and we'll talk more about that situation, the previous load, and then how I booked these loads and tried to recoup some of my losses from that previous load. But we'll talk about that later. For now, we got to get over to the pickup. It's 8 a.m. We have an 11 a.m. appointment. We're just going to show up early. They open at 8. So we'll show up about 20 minutes after they open, and we'll just say hi. Can we get loaded? Roll the music. Let's go. All right, so we're finally going to pick up a load, man. We've been here for 75 hours. We've been in Fort Worth, Texas for 75 hours, and well, yeah, I'm glad to freaking have a load to put on the truck. You know, we had to cancel 3 loads. I had a load going to Los Lunas, New Mexico, and then another load picking up from Los Lunas, New Mexico, and coming right back here to Dallas, and then a load going from Dallas back home. And I was going to be home. Well, the delivery was Wednesday night, so I probably would have been home late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. But instead, now we're kind of we've been scrambling. We've been in scramble mode because we had to cancel all of those loads once the delivery appointment wasn't at 10 a.m. on Thursday, but actually at 6 p.m. on Friday. Yeah, that put us in a bad situation. Put us in a bad situation to get another load, and but we've sat around, we've done our time, and now it's time to go trucking again. You know, sat around a little bit more than I'd like, and I would have loved. I mean, the whole point of coming to Texas was I was going to get that load on and off the truck, and we were going to keep the truck moving. So kind of defeated the purpose of like even coming to these freight lanes, because these freight lanes typically don't pay well. But yeah, it's nevertheless we're back on track now. We're back on track now. I mean, those 3 loads were going to pay me over $7,000 in 7 days, and I forget the exact amount. I'll have to go back and look, and we'll compare. You know, what would have been, what could have been. It was $7,200 was how much I had booked, and it was a decent amount of miles, but it's, you know, it's not like we're putting down any less miles with the loads we have now. We got this load we're picking up goes all the way up to Wixom, Michigan, which is just outside Detroit. So it's like almost 1,200 miles from here. So we'll go and we'll pick this thing up, and we'll get trucking up north today. I'm not sure how far we'll get. You know what the halfway point is? Maybe up into Missouri or maybe Illinois. I don't know. I'm not positive. Not positive, but yeah, man. I think we just gotta. I'm just glad to be putting something on the truck. That's the main point of today is hallelujah. It's time to go trucking. You know, truckers aren't built for sitting around. We're not built for sitting around. There's a reason why we became truckers. Typically, it's because the office life doesn't suit us too much. We got to be moving, and so when we're sitting out waiting for a load, it gets I get restless, especially when I'm away from my family and I'm just sitting around. I get really restless. I'm like, oh man, let's go. I gotta go. But all right, we're gonna go over here. We're gonna pick up this load, and we'll see if they load us early, because we are gonna be 2.5 hours early for our appointment. So we'll see if they're willing to load us. All right, we got checked in. She let us check in early, gave us the door, told us just to park in front of the door until someone comes out to load us. So I'll get parked up, and then we'll just hang out until it's time. It may not get loaded until like 11 something, but anyway, at least we're giving ourselves a chance to get out of here early, right? That's how I feel about it, because we got to put down some miles today. That's just the way it works, because we got a Tuesday morning delivery, so we got to put down miles on Sunday and Monday to get this load to be there Tuesday morning, so we can get offloaded, and then we can get reloaded on Tuesday up in Michigan to come back home. That's the plan, Stan, Peter Pan. All right, 49, we're gonna be right next to that blue truck. I'm gonna get in there and do this. Let's go. All right, they just came out and opened my doors up for me. I had to drop the trailer for them to load it. So I just pulled forward from the trailer, and they're gonna start loading it here pretty soon. You can't feel it as easy when they load it, when you're disconnected from the trailer, obviously. You can't feel it in the truck. So I've been in the sleeper kind of chilling out, but I don't know if it's gonna be rocking and rolling or not. But anyway, I kind of was looking at the numbers. So I missed out on the load taking me to New Mexico. Was gonna pay me $1,950 on like 600 and something miles. So that was gonna be over $3 a mile to go to New Mexico. And then I was coming out of New Mexico at like, what was it? I already forgot. Dang, how quickly my brain just sputters, man. Coming out of New Mexico at like $1,550 or something like that, coming all the way back to Dallas. So you average those two things out, it's not quite $3 a mile for that little run out there to New Mexico and back over here to Dallas. And then I was going to take another load out of Dallas for $1,800 going back to Tennessee. So all in all, my week was planned to be $7,250 of revenue, about 2,600 miles, and I was going to be home on Wednesday night to make my delivery late Wednesday, and then I would be home, late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning, sometime like that. Now, because I got held up over here, I lost out on all that revenue, had to cancel all those loads, thanks to the wrong appointment time being on the rate confirmation. So I had to wait here for a load on Sunday instead of leaving here on Thursday night and going to New Mexico. I had to wait here for a load that's loading here on Sunday morning, which sucks. But I'm going to go up to Michigan, and I'm getting $2,700 to go up to Michigan. I'll just tell you straight up. It's a Coyote load, so I know it's not something that someone's going to swoop in on my, secret broker relationship. It's Coyote. You guys have the Coyote app. If you don't, look on the Coyote app and see what they're offering for loads near you. I mean, and always try to get more than what they're offering. That's just what you do. I learned that from just trucking. Always shoot high. You just always shoot high. And we came to an agreement. I was trying to get $3,000 for it. They wouldn't budge off of $2,700. So finally, I just decided I want to get up to Michigan. It's like $220 something a mile, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it because I just wanted to keep the truck rolling and make some revenue. Now with the layover that I'm expecting $300 layover for this load here. It might even out okay, but all that to say, between the load that brought me here, the load that's taking me up to Michigan, and then I booked a load from Michigan down to Tennessee, I'll end up doing, it's going to end up at like 270 a mile, just about. And I'm guesstimating my miles. It's always a little more than what I get, or than what it says. So I'm adding in about 50 or so extra miles to what like the map says it'll be, but we'll see. I'll do the real weekly recap at the end of the week. But basically, I just wanted to give you guys an idea of like how this costs me, and kind of what I'm doing to try and help like recover, because losing out on 2 days, by the time I get home next Thursday, my delivery will be Thursday morning at some point at Taylor Farms in Smyrna, Tennessee. I will deliver there, so I'll be done basically a half day later than I would have been. Instead of being done late Wednesday night, I'll be done middle of the day Thursday. And I'll have it, I'm basically making with the layover that I'm going to get here, I should come out to $7,000 of revenue. So like I said, I'm going from like $291 a mile for the whole trip, which is why I booked it. I was like, hey, that's close enough to the $3 a mile mark. It's profitable. I'm gonna run out to I was gonna just go basically to New Mexico and back with stops in Dallas each way, and it seemed simple to me. It seemed like I could make $290 a mile on a decent amount of miles, so I booked it. Well, yeah, now we're having to recover and make up for it, but anyway, now we're down to $270 a mile, which sucks because that's a lot closer to my break-even point. I had an idea to try and go from Michigan over to like Wisconsin or Illinois, and then come down and try to get home by Friday instead of Thursday. But things have to go so perfect to do those short hop loads and to get them done in, and with Gus's birthday being on the weekend, I didn't want to mess with it, man. I didn't want to like try and make that extra $1,200 and then miss my son's birthday. I've told you guys before, I'll sacrifice money every time for the sake of being with my family, especially special occasions, birthdays, important things that I want to be there for. I'll close my business down before I prioritize making a little bit more money. Like if I couldn't swing my bills, maybe I would think about staying out longer, but we're paying the bills. Everything's getting covered. We're just not excelling right now. But we got a chance to do that still. You never know, man. You never know what's coming around the bend. But anyway, I just figured I'd give you guys that little update of like kind of where my mind was at, especially on Thursday when I was like, okay, I think I have to cancel all these loads, and I had to kind of like remake my whole week to get me home to Gus on for his birthday. I just kind of was like, all right, let's not get crapped out mentally, emotionally, because then you just freeze up and you make a bad situation worse when you just kind of freeze up and get overly emotional. So I tried to keep my cool, and I made a new plan. And if you just looked at them side by side, it's not that much more time out on the road, and it's not that much more. Are they done loading me? Oh, I think he's done loading me. It's not that much more time on the road, and it's not, and I'm making just as much money, pretty much. So, good to go. Thanks, bro. All right, I'm gonna back up and hook up to the trailer, and then the office is gonna call me when my paperwork's ready. So, it is 10 after 11, so 10 minutes after my appointment time, and we're loaded. Now, I did get here at 8:30, but still, I showed up early, Showed up early for my appointment in the hopes of getting loaded by this time. So, all things being equal, I think this is good. So, anyway, all right. Let me, all right. we are coupled. I gotta go hook up airlines, dolly up, and do all that stuff. And I'll catch up with you guys once we get rolling. All right, it's 11:30. Got my paperwork half an hour after my appointment time. So they loaded me up and we're ready to rock and roll, man. I think I gotta talk to this guy about getting sealed up, but let's do it. All right, cool. The guy already put my seal on. I got, let's see what my weight is. 38,594. And I'm pretty sure that's before pallet. Yeah, there's no pallet weight on there, listed on there. So we got a few thousand pounds above that. So we got over 40,000 pounds. I used my handy dandy air scale. And you know, I keep forgetting to email those guys back. They wanted me to do some, you know, put a link in my description, and that way each time I use the scale, I could get a little commission for you guys going and purchasing your Blue Ink Tech scales. And you know, of course, I'm down. I'm always down to represent a product that I like and that I use. And if I can get paid for doing that, then even better. Yeah, I just haven't emailed the guy back. I forgot about it until just now. But yeah, so I got this little gate pass I got to get back. I'll probably check the seal on my way out, and then we'll be on our way, man. We'll be on our way. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Yeah, she wants me to pull that and then stop so she can check my seal. Wait for her to give me the thumbs up. All right, and we are ready to go. Cool. But yeah, so anyway, so I checked my axle weights, and they're both under 33,000 pounds, so we're good to go. We got full tanks of fuel, and we're ready to rock and roll and head off to Michigan. So I'll catch up with you guys on the road. Let's go. stopped a couple times, used the restroom, and then I've just been trucking, man. I'm just trying to put down some miles today. We're trying to put down 600 and something miles up here to Charleston, Missouri. There's a Flying J that I've stopped at a couple times that I'd like to go and see if I can find some parking at. Last time I showed up, might have been around this time actually, maybe like 8 o'clock. Well, I guess it's only 7 right now, but I think it was about 8 o'clock. Because I think it was sunset like this, but this was a couple months back when the days were longer. So, yeah, I think it was like I stopped at 8 o'clock and there's plenty of parking. So, anyway, we're not even to Memphis yet. We're gonna get up here before Memphis and grab 55 north, and then go up to 57, and we'll grab 57 in Sykeston, Missouri, and then I think that's where it grabs it. Anyway, we're gonna grab 57, and then that's where that Charleston, Missouri is, and we'll pull in there and just look for somewhere to sleep, and call it a night. And then we'll have to put down 600 and something miles tomorrow to get to our the destination. There's a few different options of pilots and Flying J's up there in Michigan that I think I'm going to aim for one that's about an hour and 15 minutes short of our delivery, and we have a 9 a.m. delivery the next morning. So I'm going to try to maybe leave us about an hour, just basically because I like to be on the earlier side of things, and I don't like fighting for parking spots. Like, I'd really like to stop right now and find somewhere to park, but I gotta hammer out these last like however many miles we got, like 2 hours plus, probably 150 miles or so we got left I want to do tonight. So I'm going to hammer those out, but then tomorrow I'm going to stop a little bit. I'm only going to do like another 600 miles tomorrow, maybe 575 or something like that, and leave me 65 miles left to do in the morning, so I can find somewhere to park, kind of have a nice easy evening. That's kind of my hope each night, man, is just get parked up, get a shower and relax until it's time to take off in the morning. So anyway, right now we're about, I don't know, 20 miles outside of Memphis or so. So we'll be going north and then getting into Missouri before we know it. So that is the plan. Stan, Peter Pan, eat some flan. All right. Yeah, that's the plan. So I'll catch up with you guys down the road if something exciting happens. If not, we'll just fast forward all the way to Charleston, Missouri. We'll pull into that Flying J and we'll search around for some parking and see what we can find. All right, coming into the Flying J in Charleston, Missouri, right here outside of Sykeston. Good old Sykeston, folks. Pretty darn close to Springfield, Missouri. Pretty darn close to the town that my aunt and uncle moved to, where they live, where I helped them move all their stuff to from California. Oh, and look at all this parking. Oh, is this reserved parking? Reserved parking in the back, huh? I feel like those other spots weren't reserved, were they? I guess I'll just turn back around and go over there. right here. There's some spots over there in the lights, but yeah. All right. We got some free spots. But we got a free spot. I like it. There's no we don't have any issues finding parking. I'm digging it, folks. All right, so when we pulled up here, it was 9:30. I ran in and got myself some Huddle House. I was gonna sit down and eat, but they were trying to close. They're closing in like, well, at 10, and I rolled in there at like 9:35 or something like that. And so they were like, we're not doing any inside orders, but we can give you a to-go order. So I said, all right, let's do the to-go order. That's fine. I need to eat, so you know, gotta do what you gotta do. And if that's how we gotta do it, then that's how we gotta do it. So today we put down 645 miles. Got the shadow on my face. There we go. 645 miles today. We've got about 550 miles left to do tomorrow to get to that pilot truck stop up there in Michigan, and then we'll have, you know, like 65 miles after that. So if I wanted to get all the way to the receiver tomorrow, I could, but I don't think they're going to receive early. Maybe I should just double check. I'll go on to the Google Maps and I'll read some reviews and just make sure that, you know, if it says that they'll receive loads like the night before, then I'll try. But a lot of times it's a US Foods delivery. So a lot of times they got like they have inbound trucks at one time, and then they get all their trucks out probably early in the morning. Like they probably load their trucks in the nighttime so their guys can go out and make their deliveries, and then they take inbound trucks during the day. I don't know. I'm not positive, but I'm just saying that I don't think I'll be able to get in there a day early, but I'll double check. But if my plan stays the same, yeah, we got like 550 miles to do tomorrow. We're gonna be going into Eastern time zones. So we're gonna lose an hour there. But if we start at 7:30 when our 10 hours is up, we'll be in Michigan in the Eastern time zone by like, I don't know, 6:30 or 7, something like that. So early enough. I like that. I don't think we'll get as lucky as we did here with a you know, late night parking spot over here. So if you guys would excuse me, I've got a turkey club sandwich, and I don't even know how I get away with it, man. I don't even know how I get away with it, because I'm not even a member of the club, and I get the turkey club sandwich. All right, this is where we're gonna cut the video. I'm gonna pig out with my turkey. Love you guys. Peace out. See you tomorrow on this same load, same Velox time, same Velox channel. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with like another way to end these videos, and that's not it. We'll try again tomorrow, maybe. I don't know. All right.